A lot of people who do not realize the one of the biggest threats to humanity right now, and that is that humans will destroy each other. And you might say, well, why? Surely diplomatic measures will ensure that could never happen. But unfortunately, it will eventually happen if we're not careful. And the way that will happen is through propaganda and brainwashing via terrorist organizations. And the way they will brainwash and terrorize you is through using technology such as Unreal Engine 5 and creating realistic people presenting news to you that you think is real. And they'll tell you things like a city, they'll say there was a nuclear strike in Iran, something like that. It will be all created by machines. And people will go, oh my God, oh my God. And that's the end of the world, right? Or it could be just anywhere. It could be in Israel. It could be there's a nuclear strike in Israel. And everyone, oh my God, we got to go to war. This is unacceptable. But it will be fake because it's just being made up. And the sources on the ground will go, this didn't happen. But if people react too soon, if you don't let sources on the ground confirm the reality of the situation, and then you send a responsive nuclear weapon, that's the end of humanity. So I have a solution. Okay. Now that I've introduced the problem, well, I think that people are aware of this problem. This isn't when Unreal Engine came out first, and people were saw what it was able to do in terms of photorealism. They were concerned about the ability to create realistic authority figures teaching you stuff that's not true, to manufacture consent, to get you to support wars you shouldn't support, as has always historically been done, but now is civilization ending kind of a problem now that the weapons are this powerful. Therefore, we must never, ever, if you know what Bretton Woods is and you understand the philosophy behind it, you understand that we should be able to avoid nuclear catastrophe through intelligent means. But I have a solution here. So rather than trusting all your news to be done by humans and not by AI or bots, so to speak, I'm proposing the advent of the No Robot News Agency. And this is for all news stations in the world. If you're a news advocate, if you believe in reporting the news, seriously, this is actually serious. You need an organization out there that sort of thumbs up you're an actual news outlet. And you work with this organization to confirm the reality of news outlets. You're going to have to do this because there's going to be some rogue agents out there that create information that you might end up putting on the news and creating a lot of misleading information. And without the No Robot News Agency, i.e., it's an agency that scans for AI, CGI generated news stories. And you know what? There's probably a loose, like a department of the CIA or the FBI that does that right now. But it's got to be a bigger thing because this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest threats to humanity because you can control the minds of people with this stuff. With like it will seem so real. They'll get the best expert storytellers. And there'll be 90% components of it could be verifiably real too, but the last 10% of it won't be. They do this with hospitals already, like where they say a hospital was bombed. A few years ago, there was a report of a bombing in a hospital and ended up being, oh, that was actually something that happened. Like it did happen, but it hadn't, that reporting of it was a repeat of the same story. And they reported it was like, again, it made the mainstream news and some people launched missile attacks. And it's like, oh my God, right? That you don't have your facts straight and people get killed. So that what the No Robot News Agency is, it's a small group of software engineers like myself, highly intelligent, highly educated people who have contacts with sources on the ground but also have other technological tools to identify fakeness in news. And it identifies plagiarism so that bots don't ultimately figure out how to kill us. So that's my idea. It's called No Robot News Agency or some other agency to save the world. And you can thank Brento for this contribution to humanity.